Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? What's going on? How's everybody doing? We live in an endless universe, an infinite universe with infinite possibilities. And with the way the law of attraction works, it works via your subconscious mind. Since we live in an infinite and endless universe, so is your subconscious mind. And that is really the key to change in your life, is the subconscious mind. The conscious mind is a great tool to access the subconscious, but the subconscious holds the answers to everything you ever want to create. And that is because we are basically of programs. Our lives, our habits, the way we talk, the way we think are all controlled by what's called our subconscious mind. The key is you want to get something to be accepted by the subconscious mind. Once something is accepted by the subconscious mind, it is no longer susceptible to any change, disagreement, argument, or judgment. That's how powerful the subconscious mind is. The subconscious is so accurate that it will bring you exactly what you want at the precise, perfect timing for you. The subconscious has access to unlimited imagination. So we have to learn the ways to impress the unconscious mind. Best way to do affirmations to impress the subconscious mind. That's a question here. And that's one of the secrets is affirmations are a very powerful tool that you can use to impress your subconscious mind. However, a lot of individuals for many, many years, they have been taught affirmations the wrong way. The affirmations that the majority of people use today are affirmations in a statement form. They'll say things like, I am happy, I am successful, I am wealthy. Well, the problem with those affirmations are they're what you call feel good affirmations. Do you want to feel good or do you want to get actual results? That's the question. If you want to feel good, go ahead and use your statement affirmations. If you want to get actual results, you got to use the targeted subconscious affirmations that works in the subconscious affirmations. The thing you got to understand is this, man. A lot of stuff that you were taught or you picked up from other people are just piggyback things, because if you see everybody's doing it, it must be working or it is right. That's actually incorrect. There are the correct ways to do stuff and there are incorrect ways to do stuff. And as many of you can attest, if you're watching this, I bet you've been doing statement affirmations for years, months, and you haven't seen the precise change in your life. I can guarantee you that. Yeah, you may get a little bit of a bump here, but it just makes you feel good. And then some of you may repeat these affirmations 100 times a day. Still nothing happens. Well, the reason why nothing happened and nothing will ever happen is because of how your mind works. See, statements closes the mind, questions opens your mind. Let's talk about the subconscious mind, how it works, and why you target it. Now, when I use a statement, I am talking and I'm engaging the conscious mind. Conscious mind is very useful. It can think, it can dream, it can desire, it can help me with stuff. So anytime I use statements, my conscious mind is the first mind to jump in then my subconscious mind follows the conscious mind. So when I say, I have enough money, I'm so happy, I am very positive, I'm a millionaire, I am wealthy, I deserve the best stuff in my life, I am talented, I am gifted. When I say those statements, the first thing that grabs those statements are my conscious mind. Now, what my conscious mind does when I say I am happy, I am successful, you know what the first thing my conscious mind will do? It will look for proof if any of those things are true. Most likely they're not, because that's why I'm saying an affirmation. I'm trying to make something true that's currently untrue. So my mind will only give me rebuttals. I am healthy, I am successful, I am happy. The mind says, no, you're not. You're not successful. You're not wealthy. You only make such and such. You're not always happy. That's the problem with affirmations. Do you see how that works? Now, let's go to the secret formula of how to truly do affirmations and how they work. So now you've learned a lesson about how your conscious mind works. Now let me teach you how the mastermind of the subconscious mind works. Subconscious mind is a prover mind. It's a do mind. It likes to do. It's action oriented. It likes to bring things with colors, with pictures, with experience, with physical, with habits, with routines. Are you following me? So now, what I do now, I never do statement affirmations because I know they don't work. Because they'll get gobbled up by my conscious and get rebutted. And then by the time it gets to my subconscious, there's no initiative to do anything. So now I'll say, why am I so happy? Why do I always have hundreds of thousands of dollars in my bank account? Why do I always have more than enough money to live the life I desire? How would it make me feel to get what I want? Why is it so easy for me to make lots of money? Why is it so easy for me to be so healthy, wealthy, and wise? What would my life look like having such and such? Now what happens is those now will get impressed. They will bypass my conscious mind, because when I give a question, my conscious mind now no longer looks to rebuttal me, but it looks to find the answer. By the time it's looking to find the answer, it is already passed into my subconscious mind. But once it gets to the subconscious mind, remember the first lesson I taught you is once something gets to the subconscious, it accepts it with no rebuttal. So once that thing gets to my subconscious, and my subconscious is a prover mind, now my subconscious will go out and prove to me why the things I've just affirmed are true in my present reality. That is the correct way your mind works. That's actually the only way you're going to get results. And notice I say these out aloud. I don't do them in my head. Can you do a YouTube with all of these mentioned? Yeah, I have this on my YouTube channel. I made tons of videos about these questions. I put a lot of questions in there. All right. So this is why you don't do affirmations in statements, people. It's just going to make you feel good. Yeah, we hear feeling good is a secret. It is part of the equation. But you just don't want to feel good, man. You want some results. I mean, that's what I want. I want results. I want action. I want experience. I want physical. I don't want to feel good. I want to feel good and get results. I think everyone wants that. So now you learn something new. Or maybe you haven't, or maybe you have, or maybe this is new or whatever, but this is how it works, people. So stop with the I am stuff, because it ain't not going to work. You're lying to yourself. That's what your mind is going to tell you, man. I am successful. I am wealthy. No, you're not. That's the rebuttal of the mind. Now what I do, I put a why to that. Why am I successful? Why am I wealthy? Now I'm going to get action to show me, because now I'm impressing the subconscious, which is infinite, and we live in an infinite universe, which means it can go access information that my mind has no fathom of how to do it. It brings it back to me, and it puts it in my sphere, and it talks to my conscious mind and say, hey, remember that question that guy asked? Here's the answer. Now I want you to go here, call this person, do this thing, wire this money, play this game, and he's going to have $100,000, $10, $1,000,000 in his bank account. I want you to go call this person, hook up the contract. They're going to sign you up. I want you to sell this property. You're going to make this. I want you to go eat this food. I want you to drink this medicine. I want you to make this meal, and you're going to feel a whole lot better. I want you to go to bed at this time of night. I want you to do this, and you'll feel healthy and strong. That's my subconscious mind answering and directing my conscious mind to go do the stuff that I'll get physical experiences as proof. Nothing I do, I ever target my conscious mind. My entire life is primed on impressing my subconscious mind. Every single thing I do every day. I no longer live in a conscious world. I operate on the subconscious level. My life and my routine, my habits, the way I think, the way I talk, all of this is in direct process to talk to my subconscious. Oh, I'm aware every day in my regular mind. I know how that works. I know I can interpret, but I specifically do things every day to target, to impress my subconscious, because I understand how powerful, and that is the seed of all creation. And I get everything I want, or I need, or I desire when I can master that mind. And the beauty about that mind is it will never talk back to me. It will never judge me. It will never tell me what I can't or cannot do. It's like a robot. It only takes my impressions when it sees a pattern. Once a pattern develops, that's when that mind will go out and make everything possible for me. And the pattern develops once I develop routines and rituals. Everybody have to have a routine or a ritual. If you're going to be something or successful, you need a routine. Routines impress the subconscious. I do the same thing over and over again, it's going to impress my subconscious. Are you following how this stuff works? Someone asked me, how often do I affirm why and how? Whenever I feel like it. I get up in the morning, maybe 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, whatever. I just do it, and then I expect the results, and they 100% will always come true. Do you think concept of self-image plays a role in a successful manifesting? Yep, your self-image is very important. But again, remember what we talk at our subconscious mind? Self-image. So you just got one of the answers that I was going to tell you about. What are the tools you got to target your subconscious? Your self-image is one of the most powerful tools. Every day when I get up, there's 2 marks that live around me. There's this mark you see right now that you're perceiving, and then I have another mark that lives in my head. That's the one I see, and that's the one you're seeing right now, because that's the one I'm protruding. So my self-image is very critical. I have to see a healthy, successful, whatever you want, wealthy mark, because riches and success begins in the mind. When you're rich in your mind, you become rich in the world, whatever that means for you, whatever riches or money means for you, whatever that, or success or happiness, whatever. So once I do those things, I make sure, every night, every day, there's an image in my head that I see of myself. I impress it. It's in there. It's not going anywhere. And when I get that impression, then my unconscious believes the mark in the head, and then the mark in the head becomes the mark in the real world. How can I keep from making myself poor financially? Should I ask why I have so much money in my bank? It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. You could have $1 in your bank account. You could have negative $22 in your bank account. If you say, why do I always have so much money in my bank account? How would it make me feel to have $1,000 in my bank account? How different would my life be with $10,000 in my bank account? What if I could consistently have $10,000 in my bank account? What do I have to do to consistently make $10,000 and put it in my bank account? What would my life look like? How different would my life be? I mean, that's the game is real simple, people. This is a simple game. I mean, once you know the game, it's a very simple game. You cannot follow the masses. You can't follow the trend. You can't follow what everybody's doing, because if everybody's doing it, most likely it won't be successful, because everybody's doing it. Everybody's not making money. Everybody's not getting happiness. Everybody's not making success. If everybody was, then the world would be a better place. You have to look for you can't follow where you see the big water. You got to look for the little stream that's trickling down, because a lot of people aren't going there. That's where the success and that's where the wealth, that's where you're going to find it, because that's something that's working, and a lot of the masses haven't been put onto it yet. Right now, a lot of the masses have been put on to so many wrong stuff about the mind, And I do this because I want to build your awareness. I want to help you, man, because I see what it does for myself. And when you help people, when you be of service to others, it helps you. And I see so many people every day. They're using these affirmations, man. They're like, I am so successful. I am this. And it's not working, man. They're doing it for years. It doesn't work. Maybe you're one of those persons watching this right now. Guyanese. Jamaican. West Indian Jamaican, man. Yeah, man. But a lot of people don't study, or they don't like learn themselves. Just purchase your book. I'll let you know what happens. Yes, the book is very, very good. The lottery book I wrote, How to Win the Lottery Using Your Subconscious Mind and the Law of Attraction. That book is doing very well now. Amazon has nominated it for the book of the month to put it on advertising, so that's going good. So they have it as a special on Amazon. You can get that book on Amazon. Manifest It with Quantum Physics and the Law of Attraction. That's my first book. That's also on Amazon. You can find my book on Amazon, both books. Just go to Amazon and you see both of my books. Or you can go to my website. I have the books out there. Yes, I bought the other one. I like it. Thanks. Yeah, I've published 2 books. Of how these books will show you how everything works. It's the simplest form to create and manifest and master your life. You're not pushing your books hard. Well, the way I look at it, look, I don't have to push something that's going to work. People are going to find it regardless. When something works, somebody's going to buy it. They're going to talk to their friends. It's automatically going to spread. So that's why you see me never push my books. And my books do quite well. And I don't even advertise them. Because I don't do that. I don't believe I have to push something. Because people are authentic. People know, like, go get my book. Go buy. I don't need to do that stuff. You know why? Because I know it works. It worked for me. So if you buy, it's going to work for you. So it's going to gain traction because that's how people are. We're consumers. I'm like you. If I buy something, it works. I'm going to call my friend. I'm like, yo, man, you got to get this book. Or you got to get this product. I mean, and he go, that's how it works. So that's why I'll never push. I'll never advertise. You'll never see me pushing my products hard or advertising all my products or anything like that, because I know they work and it's going to find the right people. The energy is going to manifest. You know, when stuff works, it works. You know, someone made an analogy to me. It's like, do you ever see like Lamborghini? You ever see Ferrari advertise car commercials? You'll never see them on car commercials, right? Why? Because they have a special target market. You will never see a Lamborghini or a Ferrari commercial. Never. But yet their cars sell and make a lot of money. Think about that. When something works, it's going to find the people. So that's why I never push stuff. Because it's always going to work for me. The name of my second book is How to Win the Lottery Using the Subconscious Mind and the Quantum Physics. Lovely. I'll have a look at the second book. Yeah, it's on Amazon. And on my websites. Yes. YouTube channel Mark Haughton. Can you talk about fear? FEAR. False events appearing real. That's fear. False events appearing real. Fear is an illusion. Well, actually, all of your life is an illusion. Website. I have a couple websites. You can go to mindcenterworld.com, and then you can go to Mark A. Haughton, quantumvibrationalnumbers.com. I know it's a long website, man. But I had to make a new website. You know, when I first started this, I had my website. But when I first got into this and I was building, someone like was paying to help develop my website. This person took over my identity and took the website, and I was trying to act like me, man. So I had to make a whole new website, man. So my website is Mark A. Haughton, quantumvibrationalnumbers.com. There are a lot of like fakes out there, so be careful. The best way to find me is just go straight to my YouTube. That's the only two websites. I don't want you guys to get scammed. Fear, man. Fear is not real. The reason you feel fear is just your emotions. Fear does not mean any impending danger in the moment. Once you can understand that, then you'll have easier time to create. Mark Haughton is my YouTube. You can find me on my YouTube, Mark Haughton. You could find me on my other channel, YouTube, called Deliberate Creators. You could find me on my podcast channel, Quantum Chosen One Podcast YouTube channel. So about 3 YouTube channels. I have other YouTube channels that they use my material, but I give them permission. You can find me on Motivational Cove. So those are where you can find me. Or just search me, man. Mark Haughton YouTube, and you see me pop up. Right? Can you talk more about when everything stops while manifesting? Yeah, when you're gonna create stuff in your life, you're always gonna meet like a roadblock. It seems like a roadblock, but it's really it's really the changing of energy. Like if you're experiencing a lot of like rough stuff in your life, your car's breaking down, your money shortages, all this stuff, man. You're about to create something. It's a change of momentum. You're moving up in space, and that goes into the laws of quantum physics too. Because the thing about energy is, I want you to think about this. Your cells are like a mini battery, right? There's like a positive voltage and a negative voltage in each of your cells. So look at yourself like a battery, and then you're powered by electricity. You have trillions of cells, so you have a ton of electricity running to your body. So you're like your energy, right? So we are constantly creating in the background, and this is done through your subconscious mind again, right? So because you can't see stuff happening in the background, you're not aware of these things, they're oblivious to you. And this is where you meet like the resistance, or we call like things happening where you meet like your car breaking down, all. Because when you're changing the polarity of your cells, because your cells change to positive cells to manifest good stuff, or even to negative stuff to bring stuff in. So when you're changing polarity in your cells, you're going to meet like hiccups. And these hiccups, what you're going to see as like stuff going bad in your life. But it's really a good thing because you're about to hit a big change. Manifestation for panic attacks and anxiety. Panic attacks and anxiety comes down to one thing, a couple things actually. If you're suffering from panic attacks and anxiety, there's two things that's causing them. I'm going to show you what they are right now. Let me talk about the number one thing that you can, it's easy to fix than the second one, is diet. The majority of people that experience panic attack and anxiety are deficient in a very key mineral. It's called magnesium. 30 years ago, we had a lot of magnesium because the soil in the earth was rich, but now because we have more population and more things happening, the soil has been degraded. So half of the world's population is actually magnesium deficient. Magnesium is a mineral that provides electricity to the cells in your heart. You need it for the electrical system of the heart and the hormones and things of that sort. When you're low on magnesium, you're going to be low on the chemicals in the brain that makes you feel good, hence creating anxiousness, anxiety, and depression. So that's the first thing you got to do is get your magnesium levels up. Most of the time, that's it. You won't have any more anxiety. You won't have any more depression. The next thing that causes the anxiety and depression is your mind. Most likely, a lot of people are living in the past. No one's ever living in the present. You have a lot of intrusive thoughts about the future and the past, which creates distortion or cognitive dissonance, which makes you believe it's happening, and your body is responding with fight or flight, which causes cortisol levels to rise, racing your heart, you start to sweat, it feels like you're having a heart attack, you're having a panic attack, you're having anxiety. All of that is caused by that. Now, there's another factor that you can help you guys to understand, is that your mind wasn't designed to stay up past midnight. Did you know that? The human mind wasn't designed to stay up past 12 midnight. It's actually been done by researchers. What happens is when you stay up late, if you don't go to sleep before 12 midnight, and this is due to the circadian rhythm, they have discovered that you will have more intrusive and negative thoughts past midnight if you're up. I mean, if you have to work midnight, etc., that's a different thing because your mind is occupied. But more likely, if you're someone that just stays up after midnight, you're going to get a lot of negative thoughts because your mind isn't designed for that. And that's because of how human beings evolved. Human beings evolved in the daytime to be conscious, to hunt, to protect. In the night, their mind shut down to sleep. Remember now, hundreds of thousands of years ago, you didn't have a TV. There was no reality TV shows. So as soon as the sun set, the human circadian rhythm, they went to sleep. So most human beings were falling asleep at 7, 8, whenever the sun set. They didn't have late shows and all that stuff. But now because we've evolved, just because we have technology, your body doesn't stop for technology. Your body is still going to be stuck in the evolution process, the evolving process. So even though you're staying up at midnight, you're chilling watching TV, you're going to create more negative thoughts because your brain isn't designed for that. You don't have to believe me. You just go look it up. This is a research that just came out a few days ago. This was 6 years in the making. They just done this research, and they realized that the mind doesn't function well at midnight. You should be asleep before midnight. If not, you're gonna have more likely to have depression, anxiety, negative thoughts, suicidal thoughts. You're gonna more likely have all of those things. Science. That's not me just talking some BS. If you think about it, it makes perfect sense because the body is still stuck in the evolution process. Just because we've evolved technology, your body doesn't catch up with the technology. Your body's going to stay the same. Water. I drink water, a lot of water. No coffee no more. I used to drink caffeine, but I cut it out. It's no good on your stomach, man. It degrades all the healthy bacteria. And you do know that a lot of you manifest from your gut, really. Your gut helps because your gut produces a lot of the chemicals that your brain uses. So it's important to get your gut right. And again, diet, man. Human beings, did you know human beings back then, they only ate one meal a day? 1 or 2 meals a day. Did you know that? So that means within the cells of your body, hidden or dormant right now in your DNA, you were actually created to eat less and live more. Alkaline is not a big thing, people. You don't have to go on an alkaline diet. The body is naturally alkaline. Your body keeps a natural alkaline of 7 pH. So when you see all the hype about alkalinity, it doesn't matter. You don't want to do that because sometimes you could over alkaline and your stomach acid gets low and your food can't digest and it stays in there, cause a lot of problems. So I wouldn't worry about alkaline stuff. Your body naturally does that. All you have to do is just eat less, man. It fixes everything. Intermittent fast. Eat 1 or 2 meals a day if you can. But you gotta get your body to that point now. So some people may have different medical things or things like diabetes. May want to consult like a health physician or anything like that. But if you're someone that you can eat 2 meals a day, you live a very long time. And your last meal should be at least 5 hours before to go to bed. If you can get into the routine where you have your breakfast at 9 a.m. and then you have your dinner like at 3 o'clock and that's it, and you don't eat anything else for the rest of the day, you're gonna live a long time. You're gonna have more downloads. You're gonna have like more happiness. You're gonna have inspired action, because all that time now, the brain and the body is gonna do what it's meant to do, which is find answers, heal, and get you on the stuff. But again, that's why I call this stuff a matrix, man. I said, look, everything we do here is propagated to distract you. They create everything. They have this food pyramid they put out. You gotta eat 5 meals, 4 meals a day. No, you don't. Actually, the more you eat, it spikes your insulin. Did you know that? You know what insulin is? Spiking the insulin? Every time you eat, your blood sugar spikes. Did you know that? So imagine they tell you gotta eat 4 or 5 times a day. People don't even know that stuff. If you're on here, you're smart. You know what it means. Spiking your insulin is not good. That means 5, 6 times a day you're eating, man. You're spiking your insulin 5, 6 times. You know what that causes? I don't have to say it. You know what that causes? You know what that makes you? I don't have to say it. How do you control hunger? All right, if hunger. Let me tell you my story. Let me tell you my story. I just drink water that's the water I drink. The alkalinity or the pH has to be 7 or 7.4. Has to be 7. I don't drink any water that says 8 or 9 pH. A lot of waters nowadays, they have that 8.5, 9.2 pH, 10 point. You don't want to drink those waters with those high pH. You know why? I'm going to go back to the hunger thing, but let me tell you why you don't want to do that. Because this 7.4, between 7 and 7.4 is your natural body's alkalinity, pH balance. That's every human being. Your body right now has a natural alkalinity of 7 to 7.4. I think maybe 6.5 up to. So when I drink this, I'm balancing what I already have. Now, if I go buy water and it has, which a lot of them do, they have 8.2, 9 pH. What I'm going to do now is I'm drinking the water. Now I'm telling my body that I have more alkalinity. Now what happens is now my stomach acid is going to rise. I'm going to raise the acidity level now in my body. Which means now when I eat my food, it's going to be more stagnant and takes less to digest. Because the system, the alkalinity is off in my body. If my alkaline is off, everything else is off. So I'm really programming my body. So that's why I stick with what my body naturally needs, which is like 7.4. So I don't drink water like that. Now I tell you my story when it comes to hunger and so I used to eat. Keep in mind, guys, I was a chef. I was still a chef. I work at a hotel, and I used to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, like regular people do 4 times a day, and it just wasn't good. I could just see the thing about once you become awakened and your third eye opens organically, the mind, your body will start to talk to you. Your body will start to tell you like, hey, we're changing, we're on a new frequency, this is what you need to do to stop. So it was an intuition to tell me like, listen man, you don't eat all this stuff. Now look, I'm naturally slender, so I naturally have a fast metabolism, so I could eat like 4 or 5 times and I won't gain any weight. It's just my body's made up like that. But still, it doesn't matter, because what I realized what I was doing was, when I was eating all those times, I was spiking my insulin level, and also I would eat like 6 p.m. and then it takes 2 to 3 hours for your food to digest, and then you try to go to bed, you can't sleep, your food, and then what I figured out was doing was, it was draining my brain's power to create, because 50% of digestion is your brain. By the time your brain digests your food, it has no time to do anything else. You're not going to get inside or create your world. So what I did was I started to wean myself off. I said, you know what, let me cut down, let me go 2 hours, 3 hours. And I would get hungry. And that was natural, I get the hunger pains. But what I did was, I just drank water. And after a few months, they subsided and they left. And I don't get them anymore, because my body got used to it. So that's my advice about if you're hungry. You have to get your body adjusted to it, right? What do you like most about your life? The freedom. Like the freedom to kind of like live on your terms. Oops. That's what I like most. The freedom to just live life on your terms. And also to see people succeed and see people happy and see people change their lives with the stuff I'm teaching. That's the most thing I like about my life. Like the stuff I put out, it helps people. And when I see results and I get emails and people telling me it's working and doing stuff, those are the things that I like. How did I manage this kind of freedom? You do your vacation a lot? Actually, I don't even vacation. Actually, I'm going on vacation probably in September for the first time in like years. But like when you're doing your purpose and you're doing what you're supposed to do, it's like you're on vacation all the time, right? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're doing your purpose. You're here to teach and do what you're supposed to help people. So it's like that. But I may take a trip, travel. I may go a couple places. I think I'm gonna go to Jamaica, and then I'm gonna go to. I'm going to Africa. I'm going to Egypt. I'm going to where else am I going? Where else? I'm going to Egypt. I'm going to Ethiopia. Stuff like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that a couple months. Is what? Is soda bad for you? Oh man, yes. Woof. Don't drink soda, people. You know what? Hey, you know what soda does? When you have a car battery, right? You take your battery out, you pour soda on your battery in the car. You see how fast it like. See the interaction with the battery and the soda? Your cells, every one of your cells are mini batteries. Every time you drink soda, man, you're killing the cells in your body, man. Killing them. I haven't drunk soda in like 15 years. Last time I drank soda was 15 years ago. I haven't drunk soda. 15 years. How do you manage this kind of freedom? Oh, you just manage your freedom by making a routine. Have a routine. Just have routines. Yeah, the soda is no good. Yeah, just imagine what it does for the body. Hey, what's up? Are the manifestation words used why and how instead of I am? Yeah, you can use why am I? Same thing. Why am I? It's I am. Is alcohol in moderation or is it something I should eliminate? If you can eliminate drinking alcohol altogether, that's better for you. 100%. But if you can drink in moderation, that's a step, that's a start. My daily routine, my daily routine is I'm up every day at around 5 a.m. every day. I want to show you something. I'm gonna tell. Let me give you a sign to let you know when your body is in total harmony. So let's say if I go out one night or maybe stay a little late. Let's say maybe I go out and I may come home at 1, 2 o'clock and I go to sleep. My body still wakes me up at 5 a.m. That's when you know in harmony. So that means you've got your body in sync. So when you can wake up every day at the same time, even on the weekend, 7 days a week, no matter what time you go to bed, your body is in perfect sync. So I get up at 5 a.m. and then I get up at 5 a.m., I relax a little bit, get me some subliminals I have, listen to them for about 30 minutes. 6 o'clock, I'm up. I probably have to do like check messages, email, stuff like that. That usually takes me about 6 to 8 o'clock. I'm out. 9 o'clock, I'm out, get breakfast. Usually maybe I either have oatmeal, very little sugar, or I have, what is it, cinnamon raisin, bagel, avocado, spinach, tomato, egg white. That's it. Either one of those, depends on the day. And I mix it up with cornmeal. I have cornmeal porridge. So my breakfast is like three things: oatmeal, cornmeal porridge, cinnamon raisin bagel. Not all three at the same time, but on different days. And after that, I'm out doing what I got to do, errands, things like that, what I do here. And then I just keep my mind more on what I want. By that time, it takes me up to around 2 o'clock. So around 2:30, I'm having dinner. Yeah. Dinner, 2:30, dinner. After dinner, I'm 2 hours, no movement. After I eat, I chill for 2 hours to get the food to digest. I don't just eat and go. I relax 2 hours. By that time, it's 4 o'clock, something like that. Then I'll go back to do what I do, and then I'm home. I'm doing that, and maybe a little meditation. But constantly doing all of this, though, my mind is on what I want. And then sometimes I feel to say some questions. I'll do some question affirmations, and then I'm home, and then blah blah blah. By 10 p.m., I'm sleeping, and the cycle repeats itself. That's my routine. Curious, do you affirm outside while driving? Yeah, I affirm while driving. I drive a lot. I'm in my car a lot. You guys see I do a lot of my videos in my car. I just like to be out and about. I don't like staying at home. I just want to be out and about. I mean, I could chill at home all day. I could do all these from home, you know that. But I like to be out in the nature, driving, experiencing, just things like that. You be drifting. Yeah, I drift. In this car, I drift. I take this car to the track sometimes. But that's my routine. Somebody want to go live. Oh, who's this? Go live together. It says invite. Oh, invitation sent. Okay. TikTok pops up and gives you it says invite Grand Rising app to go live together. Oh, that's William. Yeah, I know William. William has the Grand Rising app. Hey, William. What's up, man? William's here. William, you want to go live? TikTok's saying that we should go live. I like your content. If everybody knows William, he has the Grand Rising app. You can download it on the Apple Store. I think he's on Android now, right? Where it gives affirmations. Doing well, William. Doing well. How to do effective manifestation. Effective manifesting. I think the secret, like, okay, if you want to be effective at manifesting, here's the secret. This is what you do. You take the stuff you want, okay, and then you shrink it. Shrink it, right? Here's how you do it. You look at the stuff you want, okay? You shrink it. What I do is I go like this. Look, I physically, I actually do this. I look up in my mind's eye and I see the stuff I want. Okay, William's going live. That's good, William. I'm currently getting ready so I can go live right now. Nice to see you, William. So look, I look up at what I want, because most likely you know what you want, so you can see it in your head, right? So let's say you want, like, man, so many people want to win the lottery, so let's use the lottery here. So they want to win the lottery, right? Or they want to manifest. I don't want this to just be about the lottery. I want everything. Okay, I'll use a lottery example, but you can do this for anything. So you want to win like $1 million or whatever, 100,000, whatever. They just want to win the lottery. They want to have money so they can do stuff, whatever. So what you do is you look at your goals and say, okay. At first you look up and you say, man, that's too big for me right there. I don't know, man. Can I win that? Is it right for me? I don't know. Do I feel like it's a fantasy? So what you do is, when you look up now, you feel it's a fantasy. If it's not realistic to you, then that's okay. But you want to get it realistic. So what you do, you look at it, and then what you do now, you visualize it, and then you shrink it. And then when you're shrinking it down, like you're literally making it small. like you're seeing the money and all that stuff, you kind of like making it small. And when you see it, then you go like this, you grab it, like this, see? I'm like, oh man, shrink. Then I go like this, boom, and I put it in my heart. Now it's me now. It's no longer bigger than me. It's me. If it's me, it's realistic. When it's realistic, I'm going to manifest it so much easier. That's the most effective way to manifest anything. You have to take the big stuff, move them from fantasy, bring them to realistic. That's the way the subconscious, hear the word again, the subconscious accepts that because it's real. Your subconscious does not live in fantasy. Let me repeat that. Fantasy is a product of your conscious ego mind. Everything in your subconscious is normal. 1 penny and $1 billion is the same to the subconscious. The reason why is because the subconscious cannot logically differentiate stuff. It views everything as one. So once you got to bring stuff past your ego. So once you bring that down, then the subconscious accepts it to be normal. Because now that I don't need to impress it to prove it now. So once it gets into my subconscious mind, it starts to go create it. William says, Bob Proctor says, if you want to be a millionaire, you have to make $1 million seem small. Yep. Anything you want, you have to bring it down into your mind to make it seem like it's below you. Actually, you even want to make it below you. You can make it you can make it level, but I like to make it even below me. I like to bring it down and I'm looking down on it. So when I look down on it, I'm bigger than it. This is where my ego comes into play. This is the one time you want your ego. This is the one time you're going to use your ego is going to actually help you. Is when you make what you want small and you're bigger than it. So now you can show off. You can say, I can have that. That's the way you want to get it. You want to get to that when you can say, I can have that. It's possible. Yeah, it'd be nice. When you can get to that level, that's the most effective way to be a great manifester. It's because when you put it inside of you, in your heart, you accept now that it's yours, and now you move from fantasy to what we call realistic or relatable. Yeah, you got to be realistic to manifest. Does that make sense? Someone says I'm getting cut off. How's the feed here? I hope the feed is good. You guys are getting the internet feed. Okay. Because usually TikTok will tell you like internet, but it seems like I got good internet here. Yeah, I got good internet. Okay, it's good. All right, cool. Thanks, William. Yeah, guys. So that's the secret to manifesting effectively is to make everything that you want as small as possible. And then, because it's going to trick your mind to go out and do it. Not your subconscious. You want to trick your conscious mind because your ego is the one that's going to start it. Because once you trick your conscious, it'll slip right into the subconscious. Remember, in the subconscious, nothing is impossible. Remember, that's why I say, that's why I used to say, when you find a penny, like when I was playing the lottery, when I was manifesting the lottery, right? When I was playing the lottery to win, I would always see pennies on the floor. Some places have pennies and some places don't have any more. But when I see the pennies on the floor, man, I used to pick up the pennies. And when I pick up the pennies, I used to go like this. Yeah. When I picked the penny up, I was acting like I won $1 million. And then people would look at me like, this is when I was buying my lottery tickets. So everywhere I go, I see pennies. And people are looking at me like, bro, you all right, man? It's just a penny. And then people have their change and they'll be in the supermarket and they get their change and they'll drop the penny on the floor. They'll get that quarter and the penny will drop on the floor. They don't even pick it up. And I go right behind them. I pick up their penny in front of them. I say, you're dropping your penny. He's like, it's a penny. But let me show you the secret, though. You got to listen to this. So I used to pick up all these pennies, man. When I pick up these pennies, I was like, yes, just like that. Yes, thank you. Like that. That was I was happy. What was I doing? I was preparing my mind for wealth. I was programming my subconscious mind to bring me money. I was programming my subconscious mind to make me win the lottery, which it did a few months later. I attributed that routine or that technique to winning the lottery and getting a lot of money. Because what happened is, a penny is money. My subconscious mind just sees money. It doesn't see a penny. Now, when I take the penny up, and it's money, but when I do the gratitude now, I give it value. So now my subconscious mind thinks a penny is a lot of money. You following me? It's a lot of money. And I kept doing it every day. And guess what started happening? Now, there's a part in your brain that's called the reticular activating system. So what it does, it starts to filter reality to more of what you're experiencing. So now, a lot of pennies started showing up everywhere I would go. I would be finding pennies everywhere. And then it moved from pennies to dimes. Then it moved from dimes to quarters. It moved from quarters to sometimes I'd find like dollars or $5 or something like that. But once I realized what's happening, I was like, okay, so my subconscious has gotten the message now that I love money. Money is good. I'm happy to money. It's money. So now my subconscious mind says, okay, this guy loves abundance. So every time I'd buy my lottery ticket, and when I even get a free ticket on a win, I'd be like, yes. Even a free ticket, it's like, yes. I act like I won the lottery. So my subconscious mind like, okay, this guy want to win the lottery. This guy's a winner. Every time he's a winner. Oh, this guy's everywhere's money around him. And then my subconscious mind now just impressed me with money. So now I started getting all opportunities for money. And everywhere I keep winning the lottery, I won again. I keep winning. Because the thing about the subconscious, man, once I get something impressed, it's sealed in there. It's not going to change the program. It's going to run it 10, 15, 20 years. I'm going to be in this pattern all the time. I'll never get out of this pattern. And don't focus only on the lottery. No, I'm just using the lottery as an example. But the penny is a great example to become a money magnet. And see, this is why I say this. You don't teach people this, because people don't understand that their world is generated by their subconscious. Just like the example I give you, I go to the store and the guy drops his change. He looks at me and says, "Oh, it's just a penny." See how they're programmed? Penny it's money, it's value. It may be less money, but to your subconscious, it's not. So little stuff like that. That's why I said every day my life is constantly tuned on impressing my subconscious. Little tips like that I learn, and I know how my mind works. So when someone walks around and this is so locked in now. Everywhere I go up to this date, this is 5 years now I'm doing this. Everywhere I go, I'm always finding money. Up to the date. Everywhere. Bunch of pennies. Man, there were one time I just parked and I opened my door. There are like 50 pennies on the floor. Mixed in with like quarters and nickels. That's no coincidence. Everywhere. Because my mind now is filtering out reality to show me what I want. And now it's not about the penny is just I'm showing you the mind says money. The mind says, okay, abundance. So now it's not that you're going to manifest pennies, because I hit the Fantasy 5 and I bought the car and I had thousands of dollars and I want hundreds of thousands moving on. So it's not like you're going to keep getting pennies. It's just the point that the universe now is going to show the subconscious now is going to say, oh, abundance. That's what I was looking for. Abundance. So that means you're going to get all types of opportunities. So that's why I say people are sleeping. If you live in a country where you still have pennies and you see them on the floor, don't leave them, because your mind going to think that you don't want money. You're not open to abundance. That's the message you're sending your subconscious. So if you're someone that wants to manifest wealth or something in your life and you're walking over pennies, what message are you telling your subconscious? I don't want it. I don't want money. It's money, people. Your subconscious is illogical. It takes everything personal. It cannot take a joke. It doesn't joke. See how that works? People can come in and bring it in form of gigs. Yeah, someone says I'm always finding change and downs. But when you find that money on the floor, guys, you have to pick up the money, right? And you have to go like this. You have to act like it's a lot of money because your subconscious is illogical. So if you take a dime and you're like, man, your subconscious thinks you have a lot of money. It's not going to recognize it's a dime or a penny. It's just going to think, oh, he just found a lot of money. Oh, he likes money. Let me give him more of that stuff. That's all it wants to do. It wants to give you more of what you're grateful for and more of what you're routinely doing. That's all it wants to do. It wants to supply you with more of the stuff you're showing it every day. Every day, man, every day. So even now I walk around and I see a penny, I'm picking it up same way, man. Look at look at this. I want to show you something. This is my car. I must have about $50 here. Look, all of this, I want to show you something. Look at this. All of this is just what I find, what my mind be leading to me every day, man. I got like, this stuff runs deep. Look at this. If I take this to the change machine right now, and this is just like in 1 week, guys. Look at all that. Dimes, quarters. Look, 1 week. My whole car's full. I'm not going anywhere looking for this stuff, guys. This is on my daily routine. If I take this right now, I probably got like $200 right here in a change machine. I probably break the change machine at the Publix or something. Because I got this everywhere. That's what I'm showing you how your subconscious mind is so powerful. It's going to lock you in to the reality. You're going to become entangled with it. I got quarters. I got, what I got in here? I got like the little dollar coins they find. I got all type of stuff I'm getting. And I'm not like walking around looking for that stuff. It's just on my daily routine. I'm parked my car, they drop right in my hands. That's how it works. Attraction at its finest. Yeah, man. Attraction at its finest. I even got, look. So what I do now, to make this even more better for me, you know what I do? I go to my house. If you come to my house, when you go inside, you're going to be walking on pennies and dimes. My whole floor is littered with money on the floor. I got dollar bills, I got $20 bills, I got $100 bill, I got like $50 bill. I just throw them all over my house. They're all on the floor. As I open my door, you come in. You're like, what the hell? You're walking on money all over my floors. The living room, to the den, to the terrace, to the bedrooms, to the washroom, everywhere I got money. I got $5. Even on my cupboard, I got like I crumbled the money up. I even have a trash can, a special trash can. That I have my trash. Then I put like $20 worth of dollars in there. I just throw them in there. Why do I do this stuff? So someone that doesn't know this game may be looking at this guy like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? But I'm doing something very, very powerful. I'm doing like next level stuff here. That if someone doesn't know this game, they don't get a clue what I'm doing. So can someone tell me, what am I doing here? Why does this guy have money all over his floor? I have pennies, I have dimes, I have $100 bills, $50, $20 bills every day. I put them strategically, whereas as soon as I walk in, my eyes lock onto them. Why is this guy doing this stuff? What's the purpose of me doing that? You're tapping into wealth consciousness, law of attraction. People are commenting. You're showing your as is what? You attract more. It's similar to vision board to keep it flowing. Right, that's correct. So here's what I'm doing. Remember that reality is a perception. And my reality is perceived through my unconscious mind. So when I'm walking and when I go into my house, you spend most of your time in your home. Even in my car here, on the floor right now, let me show you something. I got money all on the floor, bro. Everywhere in this car. I got to go down here. I got all this money all over this car. I'll show you. Where can I? Under my mat, I got all this stuff here. Like on the car floor, like, okay, what? So I got one. So look, I got like $2 on the car mat. I got a visor up here. I put money up there. I got in the back part right on my little thing. I got like some money back there. I strategically put money all over that stuff. All the stuff. So why do I do that? Let me tell you why I do that. Because I learned something about the laws of physics and the laws of consciousness and the laws of your mind. So I know that reality is a perception. And what happens is our world is based on what our senses see every day. So what you see every day, even though you're seeing it, you're being programmed by it. And the program is into the unconscious. And the unconscious now will make you see that more and experience that more. So when I strategically put money all over my floor, I am programming my subconscious mind that it is normal. It is normal for me to have money every single time. Money is a part of my reality. So now my subconscious mind accepts that his world, everywhere he goes, he will find and have money. So what it does now, it seeks out avenues, opportunities, things for me to make sure it matches. So my reality matches what I see. So my subconscious now will make you have more money, a lot more, every single time. And it goes on and on and on and on. That's why I do that. Because I know how my subconscious works. Now you don't have to do it for money. You can do it for anything else you want. You can put pictures in your house. You can put things that symbols that represent it. So if you want like real estate or whatever you want, put something in your house that represents the symbol of it, and you see it every day. You could use one more powerful thing that you can do too is the power of scent. Smelling is one of the most powerful tools you can use to get your subconscious mind. Smelling stuff is very powerful to the subconscious mind. So what you can actually do, you can take something and you can title it whatever you want. You can buy a perfume or a cologne and say, "This, when I smell this, it means I have money. When I smell this, it means I'm healthy. When I smell this, it means that." And once you program that smell and you smell it every day, you spray it on yourself, it gets your subconscious programmed that, and then it's going to attract that stuff to you. So that's why you do those things. Yeah. As quantum physics, because we live in a world of perception, there is no reality really. So if I'm perceiving this every day, the mind thinks that this is normal for me. And so if you don't, I mean, you can do it another way. If you don't have like money you want to put on your floor, then what you can do is you can visualize what we call real-time imagery. So like when you're walking outside and you're looking on the floor, when you walk on the ground, you look on the ground, turn the ground into like streets of gold. When you look at the tree, like I'm looking at this tree right now. So when I see this tree, I could just cover it with the leaves are like gold coins. And when the wind blows, what I'm seeing is like coins falling down. That's how you program the mind. Remember, the mind cannot, remember now, the subconscious cannot tell the difference between what is real or imagined. So by me looking at the tree, and I see money coming from the tree, or I see whatever represents for you, you see health, whatever that means for you. Because I can see that clearly right now. In my mind, it's real. And then the repetition of me doing that is going to impress it. And then you're going to attract all that stuff is going to come. And let me tell you something, man. This is so trippy that because I'm experimenting on myself, doing it for 4 years. I keep a journal, right? Kind of a log of like how. And let me tell you something. If you think you can figure out how you're going to get what you're going to get, no way, people. No way. Some of the things I've gotten have come to me in some of the most unbelievable, unimaginable way that I would never ever dream. Like, man, every time, this is all I was saying every time. Every single time, it's an amazement. Every time I'll be like, man, wow, how did it come that way? I would never. That's the power of infinity. It comes to you in, man, you will never, that's all I can say. I could be speechless. I can't even talk to you about that stuff. When the money comes in, or when you win, or when what opportunity comes in, I mean, I'm trying to think because I have so much. I'm trying to think of one trippy one that I have to be prepared for this. I'm trying to think of one story I can tell you. That's I got something that I never thought I'd get it in that way, and how it led up to that. What was that one? Ah, I don't have it now. There's just so much. I'm trying to figure out which one. Maybe it'll come to me as I talk. If you need help to visualize, that's what you do. You create these images. You put stuff around. You watch pictures. And it'll all start to come. Bam. That's how it's going to work, man. My financial life has improved greatly over the last year from visualizing money on trees. See what I'm talking about? So you know the secret. Yeah, that's how it works, because your subconscious believes everything you put in it. It sees your world inside your head. It sees your world by what you think about and say. Hello. I'm here thinking about, while I'm talking, I'm trying to see what story I can tell you that I experienced to show you how things can come into your world in a unique way that you'll never imagine. Okay, I'll tell you one. I'll give you one right now. Maybe I've said this one before, but I don't know. Maybe I have. I don't know. Okay, I'll go with one right here. Let's see. So when you wake up straight to your affirmations. All right. So once you got into the flow of abundance, right? So I was got my website. So I make like my affirmations. I got different affirmations, right? So I got my 2 books, and I use my website, and I use these different payment things. So you have PayPal, you have Stripe, you have all these different companies, right? So I was using PayPal and other payment methods for about a year or 2. And then PayPal messages me and says, hey, we noticed that your website is being consistent. And a lot of stuff I put on my website, I don't sell like crazy stuff. I just like self-help. The only thing that's up there is like my coaching services when I do one-on-one coaching. But everything else, like my subliminals, you got $9.99, $11.99, $15, $24, whatever. The people buy them, they use them, whatever, all that stuff. How to win the lottery subliminals, how to do that, all that stuff. So I'm doing all that stuff, and they were like, hey, they said, we want to give you qualify, and want to give you $100,000, like a grant, like 100K. And all you do is you get a percentage of your sales. And they just gave me 100K like that. That's the subconscious mind doing that stuff. It's like 2 minutes, go to your PayPal account, 100,000. Then I have some other change and add some more money in there. Same thing with Stripe. Is another payment. If you do online, if you have an online business, you can use payment process. After PayPal did that, a month later, Stripe called me up. Same, and I never talked to them, and they messaged me the same thing. It's like, hey, we want to give you 20 G's. That's it. See that? That's an example of when you program your mind, it's going to seek, and the people are going to come to you. The opportunities are going to come to you. I wasn't even looking for that. I mean, I was cool. Just come seek you out. What's another one here? And then, I'm trying to think of another one here. That's crazy. Yeah, I'll get another one. Here's another one I got here too, to show you how things manifest. You don't even know it. So I had a student, and I was coaching her for about, this was 4 years ago. When she came to me, she she had like a lot of money blocks, like financial blocks, mental blocks. So we worked together, and I think after a year I didn't talk to her. She messaged me up, and she got into like, what did you call it, the trading thing, forex trading. So I haven't spoken to her in a couple of years, but we kept contacting. She was one day out of the blue, she hit me up, and she's like, "Oh, Mark, I have so much to tell you." I was like, "What's going on?" So she had like really blown up, man. She was making like six figures in trading, man. She made like 300 G's, $300,000 in one day. Think about that. You make $300,000 in one day trading, and she would make 100,000 every day, whatever, 100,000 here and there. And she was like, "Listen, something just told me to call you." It was like the universe said to call you. Like, what's going on? She's like, "I have an idea. I want to set up an account, and I want to trade for you, and then you can get some of your, because you have a big following, and you can get some of your followers, and we can create like this account where I could trade for all of them, and they take a little percentage, whatever." But she's doing all the trading work, and she did that, and my account was like a master account. She's like, "You could invest like, what was like $2,000 or something, $3,000. So I'll give her like $3,000, and then within like 3-4 days, when I first started, she turned $3,000 into like $10,000, and then it continued. And then I have that, and then I put my, like, other individuals want to get on it, they got on it, but things like, I'm just giving you an example, man, to show you that once you are plugged in, like, things are just going to start popping out of the woodworks for you. Like, people are going to start looking to help just come to you, man, because you're subconsciously locked in. When you're subconsciously locked into a frequency, that frequency is going to find you, and it's going to send the people to you. It's going to send opportunities. And look, and keep in mind, this is nothing that I didn't go out looking. I didn't like, I need this. It just comes to you. It just comes to you because you're in that flow state. That's what happens when you can get your subconscious mind to be impressed. So why does that happen? Why is it like that? So if you ever hear me teaching, when I talk, my philosophy in teaching is this: you have to get into a flow state. The flow state is where I'm here and I'm watching everything from behind the scenes. So I'm just chilling, but I'm watching like everything manipulate and come into my reality. I'm not going out there. I'm not trying to like get this or get that, because I know once I tuned my mind to where I want it, it's going to come to me, and then I know when to take the action or the inspired action. And that happens because everything is a fractal. A fractal means like we are all one, but we have different bases on a branch. So the fact that I was sending out this frequency of abundance, she was abundant, it automatically tapped into me because we are connected subconsciously. So therefore, she felt like reaching me out. Something told her to do it. That was the universe. That's the connection of the frequency. So when you're in the flow state, things naturally will come to you. You never have to work hard. You never have to push. You never have to try. See, that's what I talk about. So once you get into that state, so how do you get into that state? That goes back to what I talk about. Getting your subconscious mind to buy into the program. Once I impress the subconscious, look, locks in. You notice, look, it's a lock, and it's going to run every single day. I don't chase, I attract. What belongs to me will simply align with me. Yep, that's correct. You don't chase, you just attract. But to get it to that level, you have to get into your mind. You got to get your mind acclimated to that realm. So those are just little examples. Maybe inspire you and to show you like, hey man, this stuff is real, it's working. Then you know, maybe some of you experience it on a different level, but there's lots more stuff like that. If some more come up, I'll let you know. I'm thinking right now. You know, the thing about the universe is that once the universe finds you, or you find the universe, you become entangled with the universe. Quantum entanglement. So, and that, listen now, remember now, in order for me to be entangled with what I want, right, I cannot be in a fantasy world, right? Remember I told you that? I said what I did now, I have to bring everything down into my realm. So yeah, the key is to stay consistent. Yeah, you want to stay consistent, but you want to definitely get the unconscious impressed. And that's what you're going to see about everything else in the world. So when you do affirmations, you don't do no statements, man. Don't do it. The only time you're going to do statement affirmation is after you've mastered the question and format and you've gotten some results from the question and format. There's something comes in, now you can use your statements because now the mind has seen it's already happened, so now you're not going to get any repulsion from the conscious mind. You're not going to get any rebellion now because the subconscious is going to say, oh yeah, he did that. That's the only time you should be using I am. Now look, if you want to feel good, go ahead and use I am. But if you want to get results, got to go questions. Let me repeat it again. Statement closes the mind. Questions open the mind. And of course, take care of your body. Yes, someone commented here. I'll see if I can save this and I'll put it up, but I put a lot of questions in this video. Yeah. Eat, work good. Whatever, work out, eat good. YouTuber, I remember seeing you. Nice. Interest in nuance. Very interesting, right? Very interesting. Once you kind of lock in and you kind of see like, man, this world isn't what it's made up to be, that's when you're going to see the real results in your life. That's when you're going to see the change you want. You can change your life right now. Right now you can change your life. So I watched a video of you saying the less you eat, the more easier it is for you to manifest. Yes. I'll talk about how you eat. How's the Forex group profits now? I haven't checked on it in a while, in a month. She's on vacation. She'll be back in the end of this month, so she'll ramp up the trades. But now, when she's on vacation, she doesn't trade a lot. So I'll when September rolls around, I'll check in on it. So I watched a video of you saying the less you eat, the more you manifest. That's correct. The less you eat, the more you manifest. Why is that? Can someone tell me why? Think about it. What did you know that your brain, when you eat your food, most of the work to digest your food, you would say, oh, it's by my stomach. Not actually. Most of the work to digest your food is by your brain. Matter of fact, your brain needs more a lot of nutrients more than your gut. All your gut does is your gut secretes those acid, right? And the acidity just breaks the food down, and then the cells come in and take what they need for energy. But all of this is being coordinated and being done by the brain, man. What is the seed? What is the seed to manifesting? The brain power. Brain power, brain. Brain has energy. Energy in the brain is a lot to manifest. So if your brain spends more time digesting your food, that's less time manifesting what you want. So the less you eat, the more brain power you're going to have to manifest. Simple equation. So people that like intermittent fast or eat less, they'll always have more opportunity in front of them because their brain now has time to look and to bring stuff in. The brain is not inundated with digesting the food. The digestion is very simple. The gut automatically, everything is automated. It goes in, the acid secretes, breaks the food down, passes the intestine. As it passes, goes through the intestine. The cells take what they need for fuel. Whatever's left goes out as waste. But the powerhouse is the brain. Some of it got to go up to the brain to feed the neurons and all the other parts. So the brain is coordinating doing all that stuff. So your brain takes, I think it's about 25%, a little over 25%. So imagine if you're eating like right before you go to bed, man. And do you know when you go to sleep, that's the most powerful time to manifest, right? Most people, they eat and then they go to bed. That's a bad combination, man. Bad combination. Because when you go to sleep, you're missing the optimal time to manifest. Your brain now, instead, your brain could have been out there now going to the universe because now you're going into theta state. Because you're getting ready to sleep. Now you're in theta state. And that's when you can go whoosh, really take your subconscious mind. You can't even do that because now your brain, the body's taking 2 hours. After 2 hours you're asleep, you haven't accomplished anything. You didn't get the power to really create. That's a majority of people, what they do. People eat like, and they go to bed right after, like, most people eat late. They eat like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., whatever. The point is your body need about 3 to 4 hours before you go to bed. Your last meal should be 3 to 4 hours before you go to sleep. That's when your body is ready. Someone says, when I eat less, I get more intuitive downloads. Yep. So people are missing the prime time to manifest, man. The prime times to manifest, right before you go to sleep, and then 2 hours when you wake up in the morning. Those are your go-to times to manifest. Because at those times, your brain, the frequency of the brain is in the theta state. Then you could take it to the next level. Now, if you want to get into like the dimensional manifestations now, we're talking dimension, like 5 dimension, the 6th, 7th, 8th dimensional manifestations. Those dimensional manifestations where you can harness the power of like lucid dreaming, willingly, deliberately, where you can harness the power of psychic connections, of like remote viewing, astral projection, astral traveling, future self, parallel shifting, all of that high dimension is where you can get insights and super crazy downloads. All of those dimensions now you're going to access, not in the theta state, they're going to be in the delta and gamma state. When you can get your brain into delta waves and gamma waves, brainwave states, that's the next level. But you can only do those things when you're about to go to bed and when you get up in the morning. See, when you get up in the morning and go to bed, the theta state is there. That's automatic. When you're in the theta state, it's easy for you now to get into the delta state and into the gamma state. Remember, your brain goes to what? Beta, delta, alpha, theta, and beta, right? Beta, delta, alpha, theta, gamma. 5 states your brain oscillates every night. Most people can't get into delta state because they're sleeping. Delta is a deep dream state. Gamma, same way. It's like when you're deep dreaming, you're in a delta. But you can access delta through going to first theta, then there's things you can do to get into delta without getting into deep sleep. Someone commented here. This is David Ward. The brain is an electrical neurotransmitter. It sends power and tells body what it really wants. Yeah. But these states now, when you get into these different states, these delta and gamma now, we're going into dimensional travel here. These are accessing dimensions, parallel worlds, real-time remote viewing, psychic connections. Oh yeah, all of this is real. It's all happening. Science is catching up to this now. That's the power when you can, you know what I mean, get your brain optimal. So you gotta get your brain on an optimal level to help you to manifest. Take care of your brain. Your brain takes care of you. Plenty of rest, plenty of water. Avoid less stress. Don't eat too much. Less cortisol, less insulin spike. Those things will help you. My thoughts on life purpose. Yeah, I believe there's a purpose here. But I believe this is what happens. Don't go looking for your purpose. Your purpose will find you. Purpose is downloaded in everybody. When it's time to activate your purpose, it turns on. Most people try to go look for purpose and they push it away. Don't go looking for your purpose. Trust me, your purpose is going to come to you. Are you live on YouTube as well? Yeah, I do my YouTube live on Sundays. But I'm going to save this one here. I'm going to put it up on YouTube. I'll put it up on the YouTube so you can watch it, rewatch it. I had the same problem. I started fasting. I couldn't remember everything, even old dreams. Yeah. Yeah, grounded is important, guys. You gotta definitely ground yourself. Psychedelics, mushrooms. What do I think about them? They're ones that you can use that can help you, but also be careful. You don't want to go too overboard. All right, guys. I think that's good for today. We'll catch up again. I'll definitely save this for you guys. All right. Talk to you again.